hello everyone and welcome back to Pabbly. Today in this video, I will show you how you can connect your Google Sheets with Twilio in such a way that you can send bulk SMS to all your customers at once without you lifting up your finger. Yes, this is possible. So first of all, let me show you how this amazing automation is going to work in real life. I am going to add a new contact of my customer in the spreadsheet and then I'll check whether automatically towards that customer an SMS is going to be forwarded or not. Okay, so let's suppose over here for the first name I'm going to write it as test user 3. Okay, next for the email address I'm going to write it as test3@pabblytunes.com. Next it is asking for the phone number, for which I'm going to enter a dummy mobile number right over here. Next it is asking for the product that this customer has purchased. Let's suppose for the product over here I'm going to write it as face cream. Okay, for the date of purchase, let's suppose I will write today's date, that is 22 of September 2025, and the amount is 780 rupees. Okay, so you can see I have added the data of the new customer in this spreadsheet. Now I will check whether towards this customer an SMS has been forwarded or not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the screenshot of the SMS that this customer has received. So I will show you the screenshot. And you can see right over here, this is the SMS that I have received. That is sent from your Twilio trial account. This line is added because I have a trial account with Twilio. That is why this line is going to be added. It says, "Hi test user, welcome to Natural Glow Skincare. We are excited to connect with you. Stay tuned for amazing updates and offers." Okay, you can see I've automatically received this SMS as soon as we have added the data of the customer in our Google Sheets. And not only towards the new customer that we are going to add. Towards all the customers, I have added only these 11 customers right over here, but towards n number of customers that you want, you can send the SMS. You can send towards all the customers of data you are going to add in spreadsheet. Yes, this is possible, and for that you do not need any coding and programming skills to build the connection between these two applications. You just need Pabbly Connect and your work is done absolutely. Okay, and your work is done. So now let's dive into how you can build the connection between these two applications. So let's jump into the process. So you can see right over, we have landed towards Pabbly Connect's dashboard right here. We are going to start how the connection is created. Okay, to come towards the dashboard on a new tab, browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect, and your work is done. Then sign into your Pabbly Connect account if you're a user already, but if you're a new one, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. Okay, so now after coming to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, in order to create a new automation, what you need to do is simply click on this create workflow button on the top right corner. If you want your workflow to be more modern, faster and flexible, select the new beta method from here. But if you want your workflow to have more stable and familiar approach, you can select the classic method. I am going to create this workflow using the new beta method. Firstly, we have to rename our workflow. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as send bulk SMS from Google Sheets. Okay, for the folder, these are the folders from which I'm going to select the workflows folder from the drop down. If you want to categorize your workflows according to different categories, you can create the folder from this plus button like this. Okay, and then simply click on this create button to build a new automation. A new workflow has been created, and in Pabbly Connect inside workflows there are two major principles, that is trigger and action. Trigger gives the commands and action follows them simultaneously. That is why there is only one trigger but multiple action, and firstly we need to set up our trigger. Over here what I want is I want to capture the response of the new data entered in my Google Sheets, and I want to send SMS towards all these numbers. So we need to connect this spreadsheet to Pabbly Connect. For that, simply select the trigger application as Google Sheets and event over here as new or updated spreadsheet row. Click on this connect button. Then you can see right over here, Pabbly Connect has provided us with the webhook URL. Now over here using this URL, we are going to build the connection. Copy this URL and follow the steps one by one. Log into your Google Sheets that you want to connect. After that, from the panel, go to extensions, add-ons and get add-ons option. as you're going to land towards the Get Add-ons window. Over here on the search bar, you need to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. As soon as you will do that, you can see I've already installed Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Okay, you need to install this webhook to build the connection between Pabbly Connect and the spreadsheet. After installing, go back and refresh the spreadsheet from here. After refreshing, what you need to do is from the panel, go again towards the extensions option, and then you will find the option Pabbly Connect Webhooks like this as you go to install this webhook. From the drop down, then select the option that is initial setup, and then this initial setup window is going to appear in front of you. Over here in this window, it is asking for the webhook URL. For that, paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. The trigger column says the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So in this spreadsheet that I have, my trigger column is going to be this column F, because as soon as the amount is going to be added in this spreadsheet, I want the entire row's data should be forwarded towards this URL. So my last data column is column F, so I'm going to enter over here as F, okay? And then simply I'm going to click on this submit button, and as soon as I will do that, it says setup configured successfully. That means now this webhook URL is added. Okay, so now as this connection has been created successfully, I'm going to go back. Now the steps that I'm going to tell you right now are super important, so please do not forget to follow them. What you have to do is go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect Webhooks, then click on the send on event button. Through this, what is going to happen that as soon as you're going to enter the new data in the spreadsheet of another customer, automatically this spreadsheet is going to collect that new data and send it towards this URL. That is why it is mandatory to click on send on event. Okay, so this is how you build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. Over here it says waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether the spreadsheet is connected or not, I'm going to enter the data of a new customer in this spreadsheet, and then we'll check whether automatically the trigger over here in Pabbly Connect captures the response of the new customer. Okay, so now let us enter the data. For the name over here, I'm going to write it as new test as the name, let's suppose. Okay, for the email address, I'm going to write it as newtest@pabblytudes.com. Then it is asking for the phone number, for which I'm going to enter a dummy mobile number right over here. Then it is asking for the product. For the product over here, let's suppose I'm going to write it as lip balm. Okay, then it is asking for the date of purchase, which is today's date, so I'm going to enter 22/9/2025, and for the amount, let's suppose I'm going to enter as 250. Okay, so now I've entered the data of the new customer in this spreadsheet successfully. As I've done that, now I'm going to open my workflow and scroll down, and you can see a response has been captured over here in my trigger. If you're going to tally the response, you can see the purchase is of lip balm. Lip balm is the product. For the date, I will enter today's date only, so I'm going to simply copy this date. And for the amount, what I'm going to do is I'll change this year, and for the amount I will enter 250 as the amount. Okay, so as now this price and all the other details has been added of my customer in this spreadsheet, I'm going to simply open my workflow over here, and you can see the response has been captured over here in my trigger. If you're going to tally the response, the product is lip balm. This is the phone number. Name is new test. Email is newtest@pabblytudes.com. This is the date, and the amount is 250. Okay, as now this response has been captured over here in my trigger, you can see Google Sheets is connected to Pabbly Connect, and our trigger setup is now been done. Now over here, I want to send an SMS towards this customer whose data we have captured in our trigger. For that, simply add an action step, in which from action application, I'm going to select over here as Twilio. I'm sending and managing my SMS conversations with all my customers using Twilio. Okay, so we will be sending SMS to all our customers using your Twilio account. Okay, event over here is going to be send SMS message, and then click on this connect button. This window is going to appear, on which click on this add new connection. Over here, if you want, you can select the existing connection that you've created before. Okay, next it is asking for the account SID, authorization token, and the SID again. So now from where are we going to find all these details? For that, simply log into your Twilio account. On the landing page of your Twilio, if you're going to scroll down, you will find the account SID and the authorization token. So simply copy these details from here and paste it in this field. So I'm going to do that. So you can see I've entered all the details. Then I'm going to click on the save button and the connection is simply created. Now it is asking for the body of the SMS. Over here, this is the message that you want to send towards the customers whose data we are going to add in our Google Sheets. So for the body of the SMS over here, I'm going to write it as hello name. Welcome to Natural Glow Skincare. We're excited to connect with you. Stay tuned for amazing updates and offers. Okay. So now this is the kind of a SMS that I'm sharing just for the test. If you want, you can enter a huge SMS according to your requirements and needs. Okay. Now in this SMS, you can see this value of name. Now I want to enter the name of this customer over here in this message. Now for doing that, you have to map the data. Mapping is inserting data from the previous step. How it works is that as soon as you will click on this field, the previous step is going to appear like this. Click on it. You can see this is the same response in which we have received the name of the customer to whom we are sending the SMS. So I'm going to select the data of the name from my previous response. Now as I've selected this data from my previous response, this data right over here is been mapped. And as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. So I've mapped the data of the name right here. After that, as I've entered this SMS, next it is asking for the sender's number. Now with which number are we going to send the SMS? To have the sender's number in your Twilio account, you will find your Twilio phone number. Simply copy this number from here, paste it in this field, and this is the sender's mobile number. Now it is asking for the recipient number to whom we want to send an SMS to. For that, simply I'm going to map the data of the phone number that I have received in this previous response. Okay. I will add a plus sign in front of it manually because through my Google Sheets I haven't received the plus sign. So I'm going to enter the plus sign right over here before and then map the data. This is the number. I'm going to do that. Okay. So now as I've entered all the details, simply you have to click on this save and send test request button. But just for the test, as I've added a dummy mobile number right over here, towards this dummy number an SMS cannot be forwarded. Okay. Because this is a test number. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, in place of this test number, I'm going to enter my mobile number to check whether I will receive the SMS or not. For that, I'm going to enter the data manually, which will create the data static, and we do not want that. So I'm doing this just for the test. You need to map the data of the phone number of your customer in this place. Remember that and keep that in mind. Okay. So I'm going to enter my mobile number right over here and simply click on this save and send test request button. And as soon as I've done that, you can see right over here I've received this response, which is a positive response. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check whether on my phone number I have received a new SMS that I have entered right over here as a body or not. So now I'm going to show you the screenshot of the SMS that I have received. And you can see this is the new SMS that I have received on my number sent from your Twilio trial account. As I have a trial account with Twilio, that is why this line is added. But if you have a paid account with Twilio, this line won't be added on the SMS and the customer will just receive the body that you have entered. It says hello new test. This was the name of the customer that we have added. Welcome to Natural Glow Skincare. We are excited to connect with you. Stay tuned for amazing updates and offers. You can see this is the exact same body that we have entered is been forwarded to my number as an SMS. Okay. So now as I've received this SMS successfully, this means the connection has now been successfully created between Google Sheets and Twilio using Pabbly Connect. I will show you one thing. For that, I'm going to go back to my workflow. Okay. So now what I want is not just to the new customers whose data we are adding in our Google Sheets. I want to send SMS to every single customer whose data has been added over here in this spreadsheet. For that, we have this amazing feature by Pabbly Connect. Go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks. In order to send the SMS to all your customers, we have this amazing option by Pabbly Connect, that is send all data. This option is going to help us to send all the data that is entered in this spreadsheet towards the workflow that we have created, towards the URL. So I'm going to click on this send all data, and as soon as we are going to do that, automatically towards all these customers whose data we have added in our spreadsheet is going to receive an SMS from our site. Yes, that is possible. So now as you are going to click on send all data automatically towards each and every customer whose data you have entered, they will receive an SMS from your business. Okay, so this is how you simply can send bulk SMS to all your customers within a click. Yes, so this is how the setup is created. Now the setup is automatically going to work each and every time. So now if you have any questions or doubts related to this workflow, you can comment down below. And we will answer to all your questions. If you have any ideas related to any other videos that you want us to create a video on, simply give us all the ideas in the comment section and we'll create a video for you. Now if you want to use this workflow for your business as a reference, for that you will find the shareable link of this workflow in the description section that you can use as well. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there.